That's why you'll often hear me say that rather than high pass in some cases, I love using a low shelf, which is a little bit different, right? So this is the high pass, right? And let's see what happens when we change this to a low shelf band here. So let's change this to a low shelf and let's pull this down, right? So essentially what we're doing is we're attenuating those frequencies below that node. So all the frequencies below the node, right? The node is here. All the frequencies below the node are getting attenuated, and we are only causing minimum phase shift, right? So there is more of a gradual slight curve than if we were to have, again, that high pass filter where we have this giant shift in that phase. So again, what I like to do, again, if I'm wanting to do something like cut some of the lows from my master, a mix, or basses, or especially any multi-mic sources, which we'll get into exactly when we will probably want to use a low shelf or a linear phase EQ. But in this sense, right, I probably, if I'm wanting to achieve, an attenuation in the lower range, a lot of the times I opt for the low shelf because the low shelf is going to be a little bit more gradual, and especially on stuff like bass, 808s, kicks, or anything that's layered together in this low range, I tend to use the shelf, especially also on the high end too.